What's up, folks? Okay, let me start the live stream on TikTok. There you go. There you go. Okay, YouTube should be fine. Audio should be fine. I guess we are ready to go, aren't we? Okay, let me double check. Mm-hmm. Okay. I would say, let's go, boys. Um, yeah. Let's start off at the high time frame as always. Like I told you yesterday, I want this fair value gap to be. Wait, let me see. There should be a volume imbalance beneath and on top. Yeah, he's okay, perfect. So make sure you include these volume imbalances. Um, Yesterday I was anticipating price to close below the fair value gap. Not that price would need to do that specifically on yesterday. I could also do it today or tomorrow. But yeah, I want to see price get below this daily fair value gap and reach down into this volume imbalance right here. Okay, so bias is still bearish on the higher time frame, but yeah, it kind of makes it difficult to navigate through today's New York session because yeah, price closed below the midpoint here. We closed around the low level, but we weren't able to close below it. Okay, we traded down all the way into this wick here, failed to trade down into the midpoint and closed inside of the fair value gap. So difficult to say what's going to happen in today's New York session. I'm going to monitor this wick or this wick here, and yeah, we'll see how price is trading inside of these quadrant levels. Okay, I would prefer price to stay in the lower half of this wick. Okay, price today should stay below this red line, below the midpoint. Okay, stay below it and then move lower. If price gets above this midpoint and trades even outside of this fair value gap, I kind of want to stay rather neutral. I would definitely prefer this daily volumes not to be traded to. This volume imbalance should stay open. That would be indicating for further weakness. And as long as price stays in the lower half or inside of that wick, that volume imbalance should not be the draw for price. So yeah, simply said, I want just price to stay in low half and then go lower, drawing for this volume imbalance on the daily here. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Let's drop down into the 1 hour. As you can see, we used this daily fair value gap low as a discount sensitivity. As you can see, price, these candles closed on top of that low level. Used it here once, here twice, went up to the upside, okay, trade all the way up into that week's lower quadrant level, took out, or did we take out this high right here? No, okay, we fell short to take out buy side here. So yeah, it's not easy to determine bias right now, or we have a bias. It's not easy to yeah, maybe read price action for a beginner. Yeah, we gotta see what New York session is going to provide us with in terms of price action. And yeah, 1 hour obviously looks rather bullish. We are making high highs and high lows. We have no obvious, or maybe we have this relatively equal low here. That could be a draw. Yeah, on buy side we have no clear draw, no clear relatively equal highs, except for these ones, but that's too far away for now. Yeah, let's go back to the 15-minute chart and see what's actually happened today. Okay, I think London, yes, London is around here. They started off at 6 p.m. So at 6 p.m. we had a little premium gap opening. Price traded down, created Asia low, respected for value gap low, and went all the way up higher into this quadrant level. So we have relatively equal lows during London. That could definitely be the draw for today's New York session. I would say we delete these daily PDRA levels and just focus on intraday liquidity pools. And yeah, we have pre-market low, we have London session low. Okay, these are obvious relatively equal lows. I think we are going to draw down into them. And we have pre-market high. Okay, that's a range we are trading in. We are trading between pre-market high and London relatively equal lows. So since my bias is bearish, I want to see some measure of buy side liquidity to be taken to then head lower towards sell side and these relatively equal lows. So it's 9:28, so 9:30 open soon. Let's see where yesterday's 4:14 p.m. closing prices. Let's switch from ETH, electronic trading hours, to regular trading hours. And as you can see, yesterday 4:14 p.m. we closed. Yeah, we're on 5 minutes, so we have to go to 1 minute. Close here, so we are likely to open up around here. So we have a premium opening range gap. We also have relatively equal lows here. That's important. Relatively equal lows on RTH. Okay. Definitely be aware of the regular trading hour chart and the liquidity pool. So that's definitely, there you go. And buys for the first 30 minutes in this case is also bearish. Why? Because we have a premium opening range gap, and 70% of the time prices trading down towards or to the midpoint of this opening range gap by 10 a.m. Was geht schon Funnel oder noch Challenge? Nah, bro, I'm trading. I'm not trading funded accounts. I'm trading still in a demo account, and I want to be consistent on demo account and directly transition to a live account. So I don't want to do this fund account stuff. For now, maybe I change my mind. I don't know, but that's a plan. Enrico bought charts. Enrico, how are you doing, bro? Are you funded? Are you trading challenges, or what are you doing? We also have PM session buy side here. So we have, let's make regular trading hours, liquidity pools purple. Okay, let's turn off the indicator and let's just view it like this. Okay, maybe. Ja. Bin nochmal ganz anders in der Challenge. So you're trading funded accounts. Okay. Crazy, bro. Bro was funded 3 times. Not bad. But what happened, bro? Did you lost them, or did you blew the accounts, or what happened? Did you get a payout? That would be crazy, man. First ever payout. And emotions and stuff. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the reason, bro. I feel like trading funded accounts. Bro, I'm talking English because I think like the trading industry is broader. You have a broader audience when speaking English than in German. So in the beginning, when I started my YouTube channel, I started on with trading with talking German and doing German videos. But then I thought, bro, every known YouTuber or famous YouTuber out there in the trading industry, bro, they are all foreign. They are speaking English, so there's actually no real German trading guy out there. So ah yeah, bro. Okay. Yeah, now I see your face. I know who you are. What's up, Enrico? Bro, I don't know. Like a few months ago, I saw you with Moxie, and I remembered our conversation where we talked about trading and stuff. And I was wondering, bro, how are you doing, bro? Because we haven't talked since. So, yeah, I don't know what Moxie is doing. Haven't seen him in a while. Macht nur noch crypto. Okay. Bro, I don't know. Crypto is not my forte. It's not my industry. I feel like, bro, crypto is too much like, it's viewed like casino, like gambling. Bro, everybody's hoping for another, I don't know, run to the moon for Bitcoin, bro. I don't think that's going to happen. Bro, Bitcoin is not 10xing anymore, bro. I don't know. Bitcoin is. I also wait a second. I some guy on TikTok and TikTok live chats asked me if I can do analysis for Bitcoin, and yeah, I'm kind of interesting. I'm kind of interested what Bitcoin actually did. I didn't follow it, so I told him we are likely to see lower prices down into 75,000 or whatever. So he asked me what my opinion is on Bitcoin when we were like here. Yeah, and I did a brief analysis, and I told him that I think like we are more likely to see lower prices down taking this low right here. Yeah, bro. Since we reached up into 100, what 125,000, we took our buy set, and since then we just dumped. So I guess we need to at least take out this low to then maybe go higher. I don't know. I'm not really interested in Bitcoin, but that was my brief analysis. At first glance, I only see lower prices for Bitcoin. So let's go back to MNQ. There you go. So bias definitely was bearish for today's session. And as you can see, we took our buys at here. Where went in new NQ? Yeah, bro, I'm only trading NQ. MNQ. Yeah, I'm trading Nasdaq, but I'm trading the micro Nasdaq. So we took our buy side, weren't even able to trade up into pre-market high. Okay, so we left these highs intact, only took out regular trading our buy side. Okay, and now we already have taken out these relatively equal lows during London, and yeah, okay, it kind of gets messy, so let's delete these levels. That could be kind of confusing for everybody who's joining now, so let me delete this one, but keep it in mind, these relatively equal highs, lows definitely will be the draw. So yeah, what could be the draw for not the daily? What are you trading, Enrico? Okay, so that's a 1 hour chart. Yeah, here 1 hour relatively equal lows. Gold. Yeah, bro, many people are trading gold, but I don't know, it's so ICT is my mentor, and ICT said gold is too manipulated. And I guess, of course, ICT concepts also work on gold, obviously. But, bro, I don't know. I think like gold is too, how do you say? Like, if something happens around the world, like kind of related to war or politics and stuff, I think gold is too um depends too much on what is happening right now in the world, you know. So yeah, bro, NQ is definitely, bro. It's a chill market, bro. It's very precise, and I'm definitely content. NQ is given many opportunities a week to find profitable trades, so I don't see any reason to transition to trading gold or whatever, or crude oil or silver or whatever what these people are trading out there. NQ is definitely, in my opinion, the best asset class you can trade. Bro, thank you for the likes. We need some more viewers, bro. Bro, I started live streaming like 2 weeks ago or 1.5 weeks ago. Yeah, 1.5 weeks ago. So yeah, it's difficult in the beginning to um to keep people's intentions, but yeah, step by step. Okay, buys already has been delivered. So is it realistic for price to trade down into these relatively equal lows? yeah, we could see a huge dump. Let me see. Okay. But bro, there's actually no trades taking out buy side here. So first percent for value gap is this one. So what we want to see is price stay below this first percent fair value gap and seek lower prices. Okay. Next target on the downside would be this low, which is midnight opening range low. So it's a time-based liquidity draw. But yeah, no opportunity to participate on this move to the downside. Let's see. Thank you, Enrico. I get, bro, I don't know. That do likes help for like viewership. I don't know what draws people into a live stream. How do you push a live stream? Like by getting more likes, or maybe these diamonds or whatever you can collect, bro. I don't know. Okay, we drew down into today's new day opening gap. So you want to see, I want to see our price is trading. I want a new day opening gap. If you don't know what a new day opening gap is, I would recommend you to apply this indicator. Just turn it on, and you can see the new day and new week opening gaps. As you can see, price traded below the new day opening gap. So now we want to use the new day opening gap as a premium array. So we want to see price trade up into it and then repel low from. Okay. So you also want to monitor yesterday's opening range gap and how we trade inside of it. Yeah. Okay. So buys already delivered. Kind of difficult to, bro. I don't know. I got a feeling that recently I have bias. For example, like in today's New York session, or not in yesterday's, but also last week, we analyzed the trades before the New York Open, and then bro, price just jumped to buy side or sell side, whatever my bias was. My bias last days was always correct. So yeah, it's kind of difficult when price just crashes down and delivers your bias immediately. So I would rather see something like this. Okay, we had 9:30 opening here. Of course, we have taken out PM session buy side, but I would rather see something like take out PM session buy side here, that purple line. Also take out maybe, I don't know, this high, for example, here, market structure shift, and then head head lower, okay? But what we were doing was just, well, we just wicked higher and then just dumped down into sell side here. So yeah. So Dow is moving higher, ES is also moving lower, just like NQ. So we have a decoupled market right now. So you don't want to trade in a decoupled market, okay? You always want to trade when Nasdaq, S&P 500, and Dow move in the same direction, okay? And Dow is just moving, or was moving to the upside, while S&P and Nasdaq went lower, okay? So that's some volatility, bro. Yeah, bro, these days it's difficult to trade. When price just takes off, you don't want to chase price. Okay, like I told you, want to use new day opening gap as a premium way to array to trade lower from. We traded up into new day opening gap, lower, took out sell sides relatively equal lows. Oh no, not relatively equal lows, but midnight low. Okay. So okay, so now we are outside of this daily fair value gap, and I told you I want to see price trade below this daily fair value gap and close below it. So today's candle should close below it, or not should. It would be better for lower prices. If price is able to close below it on a daily, then it's more likely that we draw down into this daily volume imbalance, which is the draw, in my opinion. We also have to watch these wicks quadrant levels. Price, it would be even more likelier if when price closes below this midpoint and outside of this fair value gap, then that would be indicative for weakness. So yeah, but like I told you, price should stay in the lower half of this wick. Okay, we trade up into lower quadrant. When we go back to the 1 minute chart, let's delete. Oh no, we can keep it like that. Go back to the 1 minute, and yeah, price traded up into lower quadrant, and you see the reaction off of this lower quadrant level. Traded below the quadrant low level, traded up into it, took out minor buy side here, and then went lower. So yeah. Now these days it's kind of difficult to take a trade in these types of New York sessions where price just dumps and is completely one-sided and one directional. So we all already delivered low-hanging fruit target on a downside. Since we are bearish, of course, we have these relatively equal lows, which price could draw to in today's New York session. But low-hanging fruits would be these lows. And yeah, these lows on a PM session on the regular trading hour chart. But yeah, already taken these lows. So yeah, we gotta stay patient and see what price is willing to give us. This first percent fair value gap also stayed open, so price was trading higher, but it wasn't able to trade up into first percent fair value gap and stayed inside of this 1 minute wicks and closed around the midpoint. So that's very bearish, but nothing I would be entering on a short from. So yeah, definitely monitor this fair value gap. So this is sell side. And yeah, we are trading inside of yesterday's first percent fair value gap and inside of yesterday's opening range gap. If you go back to the regular trading hours, as you can see, when you go to RTH, whenever you're trading futures, you have the opportunity. I think on YouTube you can see it. No, oh, okay. On TikTok, whether you're on TikTok or YouTube watching this live stream, I cropped in like the portion that you can see. So I'm using a wide, ultra wide screen, ultra wide monitor. So I'm having a bit of a broader view than you have. But if you go to the right hand side and on the corner on the bottom, if you're trading futures, it says ETH, which stands for electronic trading hours. And you can go to and click on that button and switch to RTH, and then you can see this view. If you're trading Forex or if you're trading CFDs, you can also trade the NAS 100, which is also NASDAQ, but it's not futures, it's CFDs. There you don't have the opportunity to toggle and switch between electronic trading hours and regular trading hours. If you want to know about it, just check out ICT's concept or my other live streams. I was also talking about it. So the opening range gap is from yesterday's 414 price, today's opening range gap's price. Okay, that's today's opening range gap. And you always want to be aware of these levels. Okay, also put a quadrant level on it and see how price is using these levels. And as you can see, if you go back to yesterday, it was yesterday's opening range gap. Price is trading, come on. Price is trading inside of these levels, okay? To yesterday's opening range gap. And you want to see price use these levels, these quadrant levels, as a premium array and find sensitivity at these levels and use them to trade lower from. And as you can see, price traded up into yesterday's opening range gap upper quadrant, was only able to wick higher. So that's definitely weakness. Now we want to see price use this fair value gap as a reclaimed bearish fair value gap, close below it and use this fair value gap to now or then go lower from. Okay, so that's too much on the charts. Let's keep it simple and clean. Yeah. Let's let's see. So as you can see, price was not able to even come back up again to trade up into the low level. That's weakness. Didn't trade up into first percent fair value gap. That's weakness. Okay. So I don't want to view this sell side liquidity sweep as a manipulation. So I don't think that we now make a market structure shift and trade up to the buy side. Okay, that could happen, but my daily high time frame bias is bearish, and yeah. So what you could expect, we could see a move higher up into this opening range gap again. So we could see a trade up higher into this opening range gap again, and then use it as a premium array to then trade lower from. I don't want to see price trade all the way back up higher above this first percent fair value gap or above this midpoint, okay? If price trades above this midpoint and above this first percent presented fair value gap and close above it, that's not too bearish, okay? So I want to see price stay in this lower half. And maybe if we can trade up into it and then see market structure shift, that could be an opportunity that we could go short from. But yeah, we gotta see. We gotta see. Okay, so this is something I told you in yesterday's live stream. Whenever you have liquidity pools like this one, that's a sell side liquidity, you want to extend it to the right, okay? Yes, I know this liquidity pool got taken here by this price ring, but you still want to keep it on the chart. Why? Because liquidity pools, which are just highs and lows, are also PD arrays that we use. Okay, of course we use this fair value gap, but look closer. Look where price reversed from, or not reverse, but what PD array price used to trade up higher. Okay, price went down to this sell side liquidity pool and used this level to trade up higher from. Okay, so now we traded up into the opening range gap lower level, and yeah, now we gotta see if price finds premium sensitivity or it doesn't. Okay, so that's technically a high probability order block. We gotta see if price wants to disrespect and breach this order block and trade up into this first percent fair value gap or not. Would be better if we respect this order block and now trade lower from. Okay, that would indicate further weakness because this fair value gap stays open. Okay, so whenever you are bearish, for example, okay, you have bearish bias. Whenever you have bearish bias and you want to see lower prices, okay, for example, if a fair value gap forms in here and this price ring, like here, if these fair value gaps stay open or are traded to, for example, if price had done this fair value gap, trade lower, trade up again, but only trade up into the lower half and then trade lower from it, that's still a breakaway gap. Why? because this upper half of this fair value gap would be open. Okay, so this would be inefficient, and if price leaves inefficiencies behind, that's like rocket fuel to your bias. Okay, and as you can see, we respected that auto block, and we may see price close below this fair value gap. If it does close below this fair value gap, we have a breaker, and that would be something that I would be willing to take a short from. But yeah, we gotta see. We gotta see. We gotta see. Okay, let's connect. Let's see. So I want to see price close below this fair value gap. Yeah, we already see, bro, these candlesticks are huge again. So I gotta make a decision. If we close below this fair value gap, I need to decide and make a decision if I'm willing to risk more than I normally do. So my risk normally is $50. So 1 micro with a 25% stop loss, that would equal to $50 risk. Okay, so for now we weren't able to close below it, so no reason to enter before. I demanded price to close below it, and then I would be willing to go short from a fair value gap or auto block or breaker, whatever. But as long as this fair value gap keeps price higher, I don't want to look for a short. Okay, so probably many people viewed that as a bullish market structure shift and went long from this inverse fair value gap here, or now from this fair value gap, for example. I don't know, but I don't think that we are going higher. My bias can be wrong, but yeah. Okay, I don't like this price action. It's too wicky. Now if you go back on regular trading hours, oh bro, you know what? I can also just, okay, let me do this. Now you should see the whole screen. Okay, so as you can see, regular trading hours, electronic trading hours, regular trading hours. You can also go to settings and go to symbol and session, and here toggle between these two sessions. Okay, went up into a high probability order block, use it again. Why is this a high probability order block? Because we have opening range gap high to low, and this order block forms on top of this low and upper lower quadrant level. Okay, so that's a high probability order block. Use the opening range gap low level. So if we are bearish, I want to see price now trade lower and seek lower prices. Okay, are we expecting? I don't think we are expecting any news today, just to make sure. Let me double check. Forex Factory, and today is Wednesday, isn't it? Okay, perfect. Wednesday. So tomorrow's S&P, but today we are not expecting any high impact news drivers, except for President Trump speaks later on during at 9 p.m. But that shouldn't have any impact on today's New York session price action. So, but yeah, I don't like how price is trading right now. So, difficult. Nothing to trade for now. Okay. Again, watch how price is trading inside of this new. Go back to electronic trading hours. Look how price is trading and using this new day opening gap. Okay, using it as a premium array. Wicks outside of it, but stays inside of the bodies close and stay inside of this new day opening gap. Okay, price colors a little bit outside of the lines, that's permissible, but there's no meaningful closure outside of the new day opening gap. So I want to see lower prices now. Come on, use it. Use it. I want to see price close below it. So actually we could keep it on chart, the new day opening gap. I don't think that's too much. That's an order block. We have sell side and we have this fair value gap. Okay. So we can, yes, Okay. Um. Yeah. I mean, you gotta stay patient, wait for your setup, and that's it. If your setup forms, you execute. If it doesn't present itself, you don't. You stay patient. Whoever's watching on YouTube, I definitely appreciate you, bro. Live streaming is not easy in the beginning. Also, when you're not speaking your native language. And I'm also still at the start of my YouTube journey, so I don't know, I have like 128 subscribers now, I think. Bro, I was definitely proud when I reached 100, bro. 3 digits. But yeah, that's only the beginning, I'm sure. Yeah, so our price action is kind of trash right now, so you should not have any fear of missing anything or whatever. So now, even if price now closes below this fair value gap, I don't know if I want to be entering on it because this is kind of signaling to me that it's getting choppy or stays choppy, and I don't want to get into a trade and then get wigged out. I rather avoid these kind of trades because I think, bro, why should I take a short, for example, now when we have this kind of price action, when I know maybe later on during PM session or later on in this New York session, or maybe tomorrow we have another trade that again gives me a low resistance liquidity run and not this high resistance trash. Okay. Yeah. So everybody who's long right now and went long from this inverse fair value gap, I wouldn't be comfortable holding along right now. So yeah, my bias definitely also is not long. I'm not seeing higher prices. So therefore I don't see this sell side sweep as a manipulation. And this is not a market structure shift that I would be willing to go long from. Okay. I mean, it could pan out and we could see another run higher and bulls would be profitable then, but bro, I wouldn't want to endure this kind of price action. Then I prefer not taking a trade. Hmm. This looks like time distortion to me. Okay, time distortion is just, how can I describe it simply? Time distortion is when price wants to waste time, build sentiment, and the algo is waiting for a key time and then starts off running, revealing the real move. Okay, so I think we had this sell side liquidity sweep, had a market structure shift. Okay, and now obviously people went long in here. Okay, so this time distortion wants to let these people who went long in here think, oh yeah, okay, we are still long. Okay, we have market structure shift, we are respecting this fair value gap. Okay, that looks bullish, and price just consolidating and waiting for a key time window, for example a macro time window. But now I would say a macro time window is kind of far away. We have 10, it's 10:80, 18 a.m. So I mean, we could see a movement at 10:30. 10:30 is also a key time window, but do we see the close lower now and stop out all the people who were long and went long from here? Maybe. Exhausting price action. Bro, watching this price action is just boring. It just did nothing for the last, yeah, 21 minutes. Hmm. What is price waiting for? Hmm. 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 Bro, why did bro, I fucking hate it. I don't know why, but TikTok again just ended the live stream by itself. Bro, I didn't do anything. Live got closed. Why? Oh. What? Access to live studio prohibited. Okay. Why? The fuck? That's crazy. Okay, crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okay. Apparently, I'm not allowed to live stream anymore for today on TikTok. Whatever. Live stream continues on YouTube. So, bro, any price run higher, I would view it as in turtle soup. Okay, so if price takes out this high or this high, I would see it. I would rather see it as tricking retail trade along, because when we take out this high, many trader out there, many traders think that okay, we broke out of this range, that's bullish. We continue bullishness and then we head down lower. Okay, that's how I would view it as if we are able to take out these highs. Okay, we've taken out this high. I guess that would be maybe enough. I don't know. Still respecting this order block, taking out this high. Let's see. Okay. Inverse value gap. You want to see price respect and only trade inside of the lower half of this fair value gap here. Respects this volume imbalance. Close here inside of this volume imbalance. Of course, we could see a continuation of this whole entire price action and just continue consolidating. But if we are now leaving this consolidation range, we would want to see this lower half be traded to and not this upper half, okay? If price again closes inside of this upper half, it's likely to see a continuation of this entire consolidation. I guess. That's the second scenario. Okay. Bro, but I still bearish. No. I don't think we see higher prices. I mean, obviously, it could happen, but I don't think so. So retail is bullish right now. I guess the majority of them are. Most of the people out there are rather long on the high time frame. So I guess they would see this liquidity run, side here, liquidity run as a manipulation. I want to see higher prices again. Like I told you, they probably went long and used this inverse fair value gap here, went long, or try to go long in here, whatever. So every price run higher now would be viewed in the eyes of retail as a breakout and further strength. But I would anticipate that to just be a turtle soup. That would be just a manipulation to trick retail trade along and to then stop them out and reveal the real move to the downside. Okay? So that's what I'm thinking, and we'll see what happens. If I'm wrong, I don't care. I didn't take a trade. I didn't lose any money on it, okay? But I want to make some money, so that's the reason why I tell you what I want to see. Live streaming is not only to help you guys improve your understanding and your ability of reading price action, but it's also a reason for me to hold myself accountable, because when I say what I think, I hold myself accountable I gotta stay concentrated, and I just gotta say, I got to do what I'm saying, you know? So I know when I'm telling you something, I don't want to do something else. If I'm by myself, I maybe say, okay, I want to see lower prices. But if I don't see lower prices, I maybe say to myself, okay, maybe we can also be profitable on a little retracement higher. Then I take a long, then I get stopped out. And then I think, bro, I was bearish. Why was I taking a long, okay? And this is just holding myself accountable and also teaching you guys, or not teaching you guys, but sharing my opinion, and that might help you guys. Reading price action with ICT's concepts, and yeah, it's 10:33, and we are wicking at least outside of the Fair Value gap. Are we able to close below? If we are probably going to take out all the sell stops below this lower and probably continue lower. So I guess the next opportunity for us to take a short or to take a trade on would be inside of the 1050 to 1110 macro. We still have some way to go to the downside. We have a clear draw. These relatively equal lows are definitely realistic to reach for. And yeah, we will see. Okay. I guess we close below. So everybody who's long right now, damn it, bro. I don't want to say I told you guys, but I told you guys. That's not safe. People will get stopped out here. And they probably shit themselves right now. Like I told you, I see everyone higher as a turtle soup, okay? We've taken out the buy side here. Would have been even better to also take out this buy side pool. But that's okay. We had a turtle soup here. And now oh, there you go. There you go. Retail sell stops. Am I ICT? Am I a charter member? Bro, he knows it, bro. He knows what price is going to do. I know. Yeah. But now, how should we enter on a trade? Okay. I told you what I want to see, but I'm not having these kind of balls to enter on a turtle soup. I told you I rather see this as a turtle soup, but I'm not that experienced enough yet to take a short on this. Okay. I'm only trading for like 1 to 2 years now, but that's Champions League type of entering. And yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But we definitely will. Chat. We will. I will. And you will too. Just stick to training. Stick to these fucking candles. And as long as you don't quit and you show up every day, damn it, bro. You will get this. You will attain everything you're aspiring to reach for, and even more. And even more, bro. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Um. I mean, that could have been in trade. Obviously, now speaking from a hindsight perspective. But if you, whenever you have a consolidation, okay, and you break out of the consolidation, the first fair value gap that forms outside of and away from the consolidation, which is this one, is 90% a breakaway gap. Okay, so you don't want price to trade up into this fair value gap. What's the next fair value gap? This fair value gap. Why is that a high probability fair value gap? Because this fair value gap forms at this liquidity pool. Okay, so that's a high probability fair value gap that you could enter on. It's nothing I would be trusting yet. I can see it, but I'm not. I'm not having the balls to enter on this one yet. Okay, I have a model, and in the beginning, yes, I'm trading for 1.5 to 2 years. I don't know, around about 2 years. Um, you, that's still considered as a beginning. Okay, you are still a beginner trader, I would say. So, and in the beginning, you should narrow down like the type of models you want to use, because the less models you use, I would say the more profitable, or the more, yeah, profitable, I would say, you are in the beginning. Because if you are trying to take all these entries from wick midpoint, from order blocks, from breaker blocks to mitigation blocks to fair value gaps, when you're trying to use all of them, you are more likely to overtrade and trying to force setups, okay? And if you're only allowing yourself to use fair value gaps only, for example, or maybe use fair value gaps and breakers, maybe two things, then you are limiting yourself to um, yeah, taking more quality setups than focusing on quantity, okay? So yeah, draw for today's New York session here. Um, yeah, this fair value gap is also, Yeah, 33 points stop loss, bro. Yeah, maybe 30 handles, that would be okay. And that's a 2.5 risk to reward. Yeah, I mean, I could see myself take these kind of trades. Yeah, maybe in a half a year when I gained even more experience. But for now, I just want to stick to my model. Yeah. So personally, that's the first trade opportunity that I would say, okay, that's a trade I could argue to take a short from. 9:30 opening was here, bro. I would, I don't, I wouldn't short when price swept this. That would be entering on a turtle soup. Okay, we've taken out buy side, and maybe ICT entered right above this buy side. Okay, like I told you, that's Champions League type of entering. Okay, no setup in here, consolidation. Obviously, you don't want to take a short or a long or whatever. No trades taken in here. Okay, now here at this point in time, we've left this consolidation, and this is the first opportunity, in my opinion, that you could have taken a short from. And as you can see, delivered. I think in the near future, I would allow myself to take these kind of trades, but for now, I want to keep and stick to my model, and not trying to trade anything I see. Okay, I guess I would need some more experience to do that, to do these kind of things, where you just read price action. And as bro, like I have one viewer. I don't know who you are, bro. I definitely appreciate you. Who he was always, or the entire stream, I think. He was watching the stream, bro, and he's my witness. I told you what I want to see in price, and everything happened like I told you it would happen. Okay, you know, all these if then statements, it happened. Okay, so someday in the future you get to a point where you read price action correctly, and even though you don't see that model that you would prefer, but you know where price action is wanting to go, which was this draw on liquidity, which I outlined you in the beginning of the stream. Okay, so you only need to know where price is going to go, and yeah, then you can take, and then you can figure out a trade opportunity to enter from, and that would have been it. So maybe, not maybe, I guess definitely in the near future, I'm allowing to myself to just read price action, and also then enter on a trade that would not be my preferred model, but that's definitely an opportunity to go short from. Okay, definitely. Okay, so if you caught this trade, definitely be content. Be content. I know people out there now ask themselves, okay, where do you think where price is wanting to reach for now? Bro, I just outlined to you this entire New York session. what do you mean by, okay, where's price now reaching for? Bro, be content, okay? Okay, it's 10:47. We have still technically 30 minutes left. But the thing is, we already delivered down into this sell side, okay? That has been the draw for today's New York session. And since the draw has already been delivered, I personally learned from my mistakes of the past, and I also have written down it in my rules. I said, where is it? I made I made a checklist what I want to see in price, and I wrote down high time frame and intraday draw has not been reached. Of course, you cannot read it, but it's on these small piece of papers. So yeah, because yeah, I used to take trades when my bias was already been delivered, and then these types of trades were one of the most types of where the moments where I got stopped out the most. Okay, so you don't want to take trades when your bias has already been delivered. When bias or what you thought price would be reaching for, if price already did that, bro, it's okay. You might have taken a trade on, maybe not. If you had taken a trade and you got stopped out, okay, shit happens. If you had a profitable trade, okay, so you had a profitable trade. Why do you want to enter again? Bro, you took out a bite out of the marketplace. Why do you want the whole cake? You know? Take a piece of the pie and then leave it. Be content. And bro, that would absolutely be enough. That's a trade we've been waiting for. Personally, I think I could have taken this trade if it formed inside of the macro. That would have given me maybe, I don't know, more confidence to enter on a trade outside of my typical model. But yeah, like I told you, that's not my model. And it's not inside the macro. The macro gives me like confidence because we are trading then in a key period of time. And yeah. But yeah, I'm happy that I haven't taken a trade. I'm happy that I stuck to my bias, which was bearish. And yeah, I'm happy with sitting still the entire session and just reading price in front of you guys. And yeah, I mean, not in front of you guys. It's not. Oh, okay, we have 2 viewers. There may be plural. Now, if we go back to the daily chart, we are getting closer to that volume imbalance, which is the draw. And for now, we are below this week's midpoint, which we want to see. That is indicating weakness, and if we are able to close the day later on at 5 p.m. If 5 p.m. or 4:59 p.m. closes below this midpoint, that's indicating weakness. Okay, so like I told you guys in the beginning of the stream, that's what I anticipate and that's what I want to see in price. And yeah. And even though maybe later on we don't, it can happen that we don't close below this midpoint, okay? Maybe we close above the midpoint and then reverse. Just saying, a hypothetical example, okay? When you have a bias, it's just a bias, okay? It's just giving you, it's giving you a trade idea, okay? You don't need to expect your bias to be delivered every time. For example, if my bias was bearish, okay, I'm rather looking for bearish for lower prices. Maybe that bias would have given me the confidence to take this short. But in the end, we maybe don't see price close on a daily below this midpoint, and maybe we don't reach even down into this weekly volume imbalance. Bro, it doesn't matter. It's just giving me an idea where price is likely going to reach for, and I'm framing my trades around this buy. So I only want to rather take bearish trades and shorts and not longs, okay? So what I'm simply saying and what I want to just my point is, if you have a bias that's given you, that gives you a trade idea, but you don't, your bias doesn't have to be, doesn't need to come to fruition, okay? So like I told you, price could also do something like this, maybe close in here and never reach down into these, into this volume imbalance and reverse from here and go higher, okay? But that bias, that bearish bias, maybe allowed me to trade, to take several short opportunities and several shorts that I was in the end profitable, okay, from, okay? So bias was bearish, we've taken shorts that would have been maybe profitable, and in the end of the day, we maybe don't see price reach down for our bias, for our drawn liquidity, or our draw on the daily time frame, which again is this volume imbalance here, okay? So yeah, I mean, I guess um, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So oops, yeah, there you go. Now we've taken out yesterday's low here. Bro, that's a huge price swing. That's beautiful. Like this price swing. I also predicted this price swing on Monday. When we were all the way up in here at this point, I told you I want to see it down below and I get at least down into this low, and we also have these relatively equal lows, okay? That, I said, that would be realistic, but before price trades down all the way down into these relatively equal lows and takes out this sell side here, we should concern ourselves with this London low right here. That was the target, the low hanging fruit objective. Obviously, we've taken out this low here, and price was only indicating weakness, so it was reasonable to even expect a run lower down into these relatively equal lows. All of this was outlined in Monday's live stream and predicted beforehand, and all the analysis behind it was at the beginning of the stream. So if you want, definitely check it out. And yeah, today's section kind of reminds me at this one here. Obviously today we haven't had that kind of beautiful one-sided price went lower. In between we had this consolidation, but I mean, whatever. Beautiful price went to the downside. And yeah, I mean, we are inside of the macro, but every short opportunity would be too far in a discount, okay? 9:30 was opening in here, okay? My best case scenario was these relatively equal lows. I thought to myself, okay, best case scenario, my bias is bearish. Best case scenario for this New York session was to reach down low into these relatively equal lows. And we also taken out this low right here. But yeah, if you just grade the 9:30 open high to the best case scenario here, even this trade would have been in a discount. Everything below this midpoint would be discount, and everything above this midpoint would be considered a premium. So from high to best case scenario target draw, this range, that trade would have been in a discount. That's another reason why that was kind of, yeah, what, I don't know. That was not my typical model, like I told you. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely was a beautiful a beautiful New York session. Price react respected this order block beautifully. Of course, price action here was kind of boring. Kind of did nothing for about 30 minutes, but that's okay. I told you guys what I wanted to see, and it happened. In the end, we closed below this fair value gap, taken out all the people who went long from here, taken their sell stop in here. They got stopped out. That's fair value gap that you could have been gone short from. And yeah, draw was delivered again, but I think I was not wrong with my bias since my first live stream. I think bias and my analysis was always correct, except for one time. I don't know. Maybe I gotta rewind. Last week's live stream on Thursday, I think I was looking for higher prices, and price just dumped down to the downside, but in the end, went up to my target on the buy side. That maybe was the only time where my bias technically was right, but we went down further to the downside, further down than I thought price could go lower. So yeah, I don't know. Definitely content with today's session. So therefore, I guess we see each other tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. I'm live streaming every day on TikTok and on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys if you come and visit. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Be safe, guys.